In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome, WWE Universe. Thank you for tuning in today and every other day. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode. Let's get this. Just sit down. Let's get the Monday Night Raw review started. Hit that subscribe button. So John Cena would come out, guys, and he would cut a promo, and he was in a steel cage match, and he was asking the WWE Universe, asking us, why are we doing this to John Cena? Why are we putting him in a steel cage match, okay, against Bray Wyatt, okay? Now, all of a sudden, what happened is, then Bray would come out, and this probably was one of the best promos that I think Bray has ever done, okay? The lights go off. Well, I think the lights go off. Well, first the lights go off, and then Bray comes down, and he's like coming out. And what happened is he has like the lights go on, and he has kids behind him, right? He has kids behind him, and they're singing. They're telling him to sing. Bray's telling the kids to sing, and he sings. And what happens after that? He's like, "Come on, kids, sing it." And then he's like. He's got the whole bitty babies in his hands. He's got the whole little bit. I think it's whole. I guess he has the little bit babies or something in his hands, and all the kids are singing it. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Okay, and then all of a sudden, the lights go off, and all the lights go back on again, and there's a bunch of kids in a sheep mask and a black dress, all surrounding the ring. And John Cena like on his knees like this. Like, John Cena, I have never seen John Cena like that before. And then they're like, he's got the whole C Nation in his hands. He's got the whole C Nation in his hands. And I'm like, wow. You know what? I have a new thing, guys. You know what? You know how it's called C Nation? Hashtag C Nation? I'm going to invent something, okay? How about hashtag Bray Wyatt Nation? How about that? That's the thing now. Hashtag Bray Wyatt Nation. Get that thing trending on Twitter right now. And then, yeah, it was a chorus, a bunch of kids. So, yeah. And then we have the Usos versus Ryback versus Curtis Axel. Jey Uso got injured, so if there's any updates, I'll let you guys know about it. I hope he's all right, but they won. Ryback and Axel, they're terrible. Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. Sheamus came out for the win. The match didn't even last long. I was like, what's going on? Then we have Dolph Ziggler introduces Hugh Jackman, who's going to be part of he's part of the new X-Men movie. And then Damian Sandow would come out and interrupt the whole thing as magnetized or something. And he looked so stupid. And you know what? He got his ass kicked by Hugh Jackman. Jack Swagger versus Cesaro. Match didn't really last long. Cody Rhodes versus Del Rio. Del Rio came out for the win. I really wanted Cody Rhodes to win, but you know what? It didn't happen. Then we have Paul Heyman's backstage with Cesaro. They're just talking, but you couldn't hear them. Alexander Rosa versus Xavier Woods. That match didn't last long because R-Truth interrupted the match, interfered, but Alexander Rosa won. RVD interviews backstage. Now he's a 6-time Intercontinental Champion. Now I hope he was going to become a 7-time, and we'll get back to that in later weeks. Lost My Doors versus 3MB. That match was pathetic. 3MB sucks. Let me tell you, man, they gotta leave. Where's Drew McIntyre going now? Drew McIntyre needs to leave that group and evolve and just become a single competitor because the group sucks. I'm telling you, it's terrible. And then Stephanie comes out and wants to apologize to us and apologize what Kane did to Bryan last Monday Raw when he got tombstone 3 times. And then, Bryan says, I almost believed you. That, she wanted, Kane to stop, like screaming at Kane. He almost believed him. And then Bryan's like, we all know you're full of crap. And then Stephanie's like, on behalf of my family and everybody else, I'm sorry for what happened. I didn't want this to happen. And she's just blabbering on. And she's lying. She's totally lying to Daniel Bryan. And And Brian doesn't believe him. You know, Brian doesn't even believe her. You know, they full of crap. And, you know, that she's been through it all the time. You know, she always go, you know, back in the day when she was made to Triple H, you know, she would always go to the ambulance and always go to the hospital and always sleep next to Triple H every single time, you know. So she knows where, you know, where Brie Bella and Brian are coming from. But she's full of crap. I know she was sorry. She doesn't care. She ain't sorry for what she did. She loved it. And then she would put her Brie Bella in a match against Paige. And the match was gone, okay, before the match started. And I was like, oh, Kane's going to come out. And sure enough, he came out underneath the ring. The flames went boom, right? And then they don't know where Kane was. They don't know where he was. Daniel Bryan don't know where he was. And guess where Kane was? Came out underneath the ring. I remember when he did that before, when he tombstoned the Priest back in 2000 when he was feuding with Edge. He did that again, and Undertaker did that to Kane too when they were feuding, so it was cool. He comes up underneath the ring, and I was like, whoa, this is so sick. And he chokeslammed Daniel Bryan. He tried to grab Brie Bella. I don't know what he was going to do with Brie Bella, but figured he was going to try to tombstone her, like he did to Linda McMahon back then when Shane was feuding with Kane. But that didn't happen. Brie Bella got away. So yeah, it was very interesting. But Paige... That match, the Paige and the Brie Bella match didn't last long because Kane interfered the match. So, and they were carrying while they were going up to the ramp. The flames went up, even in the ring too. On the same time, I was like, "Whoa, this is sick! This is the big red machine I know, man." Then then we had Cena backstage. He was talking, about the whole thing with Bray Wyatt and stuff. RVD versus BNB. RVD actually lost. I was so mad about that. Then Shield backstage will, that we'll chew you up and spit you out. And Randy is in the past, which our Evolution is the past. Just the Shield's like, this is the future. This is the future right here. And it is. The Shield's the future. But then we had the main event, Randy Orton and Shield. I knew the match wasn't going to last long. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, the match was good, but it didn't last long because, you know what? They all went ballistic on each other. So, I don't know, guys. Raw was good. Leave me your insight. Leave me your input. How'd you feel about Raw? Oh, before that, Ric Flair returned before the match even started. And he turned on Evolution. Ric Flair, I love you. Thanks for turning on Evolution because you know what? The Shield is the future. Believe in the Shield. Subscribe, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Like my Facebook fan page. Let me know how you felt about Monday Night Raw tonight. Did you think this was better than last week's Raw? Leave me insight. Leave me input. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Enjoy your day.